For an instant, Nate wobbled at the fulcrum, seemingly past the point of no return, but then a subtle twist of his hip brought him back, fully to the ledge. As he gulped in a mouthful of air, another gun snapped and a swath of crimson painted the window at his side. Nate knew the crack of a 9mm sidearm, but the next eruption, a resonant clatter, suggested that a semi-automatic was in play as well. A gravelly voice floated out through the window gap. "Don't reach under the desks. Step back. Back! You saw what'll happen. Now lay down. On your fucking faces." Gripping the frame beneath the swung-out pane, Nate rolled carefully across his shoulder to peer inside the bank. The blood-smeared glass turned the robbers' faces into smudges, but he could see that they were wearing ski masks. One stood a few feet away behind the teller line, his back to the window, automatic rifle cocked in one hand, the Beretta in his other, surveying the room methodically. Like the others, he wore a one-piece charcoal flight suit, thick-soled boots, and black gloves. Duct tape wrapped his wrists and ankles so no hint of flesh peeked through. The burst of bullets had punched holes in the ceiling, and white dust clouded him like an aura, lending the scene an otherworldly tint. The bank workers stretched flat at his feet, hands laced at their necks, foreheads to the tile, their labored breaths coming as rasps. On the main floor beyond, about 15 customers also lay prone. The coffee trolley had been knocked over, cups resting in brown puddles. 2 robbers patrolled the area on a circuit, stepping over bodies, handgun barrels moving from critical mass to critical mass. By the entrance, the black security guard lay sprawled, tangled in a vinyl banner announcing free web bill pay, a fan of blood marring the money-green print. His pant leg was pulled up, exposing an anomalous striped sock. Whereas his associates shouted and moved in quick bursts, the man by the window moved with a composed fluidity that suggested greater expertise. While the others barked orders, he remained unnervingly silent. Given the man's assurance and the fact that he commanded the big gun, Nate pegged him as the crew leader. And he was standing close enough that Nate could have reached through the window and tapped him on the shoulder. To the right, a pair of armed men, 5, that made 5 of them so far, dragged a middle-aged Hispanic woman toward the vault, her hands fussing at 2 knots of keys and making little progress. The bank manager. Dressed crisply in a wool pantsuit, pearl necklace, and matching earrings, she struggled to keep her legs beneath her. The steel vault door, thicker than a cinder block, rested open, leaving only the glass day gate to protect the nests of safe deposit boxes beyond. As she fought 2 keys into 2 locks and swung the day gate ajar, a 6th masked man appeared from a rear corridor, dumped a black duffel off his shoulder, and announced, "Cameras are down." He removed a fierce-looking circular saw with a chainsaw handle. The teeth of the white-silver blade sparkled. A woman's hoarse sobs echoed off the faux marble walls, and somewhere a man was pleading, a broken loop of desperation. "God, oh God, please, I just got engaged, Nate tried to swallow, but his throat had gone to sand. Forgetting where he was, he drew back slightly. The drop to the pavement below swirled vertiginously into view between his legs. One sneaker lost purchase, his weight pulling out and away, and his stomach flew up into his throat and choked off a cry. His hand slipped a few inches before wedging in the corner of the window frame and firming him, panting against the concrete. The robbers kept shouting, oblivious to the mini commotion outside on the ledge. "Anyone moves or speaks, and I mean one fucking squeak! 3 and 5, get going on those hinges. 4, that bitch better get you into the..." All of them barking nervous commands except the crew leader, who stood mutely, projecting calm menace. Nate had wound up clinging to the frame with his face filling the gap, peering down into the eyes of a teller crumpled just beneath the window. He was shocked he hadn't noticed her before. Her white blouse blotted a growing spot of blood. Her mouth guppied a few times, a bubble forming. She looked up at Nate, disbelieving, as if she wasn't sure how she'd been knocked over or why a stubble-faced angel had fluttered up to the 11th floor window. One arm was slung back across her head.